Rare images that'll make you say, damn, that's rare. This is the brand new, mind-bending method of storing liquids in microgravity using these 3D structures designed to manipulate surface tension through capillary forces. This sustainable technology solves numerous weight and power consumption challenges faced by astronauts on the spacecraft. Bros balls have got to be as big as those hot air balloons to even attempt this. This was the moment Lucas Ermler and his partner set the new Guinness World Record for the highest slackline walk between two hot air balloons at 8,202 feet above the ground, breaking their own former record. These are the turbulent waters of the Tiger Leaping Gorge, one of the deepest canyons in the world. The canyon is located in the Yunnan province, China, and is measured to have a vertical drop of over 3,900 meters from the mountain peaks to the riverbed. This rare image was taken in Utqiagvik, Alaska, where the sun has officially set and won't rise again until January 22nd, 2026. This footage from World War II shows the historic Battle of Cologne. This was the moment the American M-26 Pershing tank advanced toward the German Panther tank, laying in ambush at the Cologne Cathedral. The Germans reportedly mistook the American tank for one of theirs, giving the Americans a window of opportunity to fire and win the battle. This is how the badminton shuttlecocks are calibrated, using this special device that blows wind to spin the cock. Pause. I don't really get it myself. Hopefully someone in the comments can help us out. This was the moment this random man accidentally walked into a dance choreography and seamlessly blended into their performance. You kept wondering, which one is he, right? This clip hurts my heart to watch. It gets me so unbelievably mad watching this bread slicer malfunction and effectively turn into a bread shredder. In 1963, 17-year-old Randy Gardner set the new world record for the longest amount of time a human had gone without sleep, a total of 264 hours. He soon developed cognitive disorders and began hallucinating, along with short-term memory problems and extreme paranoia. This segment from the 1928 film Steamboat Bill Jr. shows Buster Keaton's daring performance of one of the most raw, dangerous stunts in cinematic history. He was begged by the entire stunt crew not to attempt it. Even the cameraman looked away as the 2-ton wall crashed on top of him. This satellite imagery shows the before and after view of the crash site in wake of the UPS aircraft casualty in Louisville on the 5th of November. This photo of Bud Dwyer was taken seconds before he shot himself on live television during a press conference in Pennsylvania. This never-before-seen footage of the EF5 tornado in North Dakota was part of the larger tornado outbreak that lasted from June 19 to June 22nd. It was the first EF5 tornado confirmed in the United States since May 2013. This documented study by German scientists shows the capability of brown rats to hunt bats in dark caves using their whiskers to detect slight changes in air currents caused by the bats during flight. Scientists believe this new evolutionary change could provide a potential pathway for deadly pathogens to spread from bats to humans. This was the moment an 80-year-old Natalie Grabo from New Jersey became the oldest woman to ever complete the Ironman World Championship, an intense marathon tournament held in Kona, Hawaii. This is Shrishti Dharmendra Sharma setting the under 50-meter limbo skating world record at a stunning 9.59 seconds. This is the rawest thing I've ever seen. This was the moment a retired military officer was tasered by police officials after resisting arrest on DUI charges.
Get back! Get back! Get back! Stop. It's called pain tolerance. Joel, get back.
He was eventually subdued and arraigned on charges including DUI, resisting arrest, and assault. That is one fat-ass cursor. Well, at least you'll never have to complain about losing your cursor ever again. Sheesh. Cormorants are unique birds with kinetic skulls that allow them to successfully deep throat catches nearly as long as their bodies. This is what a laser beam traveling across a room at 2 billion frames per second looks like. Keep in mind that the laser's path is not bent. It's a result of lens radial distortion, which was not corrected for in post-production. This is what driving through the surreal snow-capped landscape of the Duku Highway in southern Xinjiang, China, looks like. This clip has the most hilarious plot twist. This dog stalking a cat, who is in turn stalking a pigeon, just emanates Tom and Jerry energy. I was on the cat's side due to obvious reasons. This incredibly detailed shot shows the perfect symbiotic relationship between a jackdaw and a red deer, where they help pick ticks off the deer's hide and in turn get a free meal. So this was a pretty iconic Easter egg. The man in the car from this scene in the 2015 Marvel movie Ant-Man is Garrett Morris, the first actor to ever portray Ant-Man in a live-action production. Talk about fighting fire with fire. This is an anti-drone drone system, a specialized rifle-shaped launcher used to deploy a small, targeted rival drone that intercepts other hovering drones, knocking them right out of the sky. So what do you all think of this? This is the disclaimer text that now appears before older Warner Brothers cartoons. Pause if you need to. This is what an overhead power line looks like before the installation of Stockbridge dampers on the hangar cables. The device is designed to prevent structural damage caused to the poles by wind-induced vibrations. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but the Pope threw a rave for the Archbishop's 75th birthday. The EDM rave at St. Elizabeth Cathedral in Slovakia featured a brief cameo by the Pope himself in music by Father Guilherme Peixoto, who doubles as a global DJ. What timeline am I living in, bro? This is an image of the Space Shuttle Challenger tragedy of 1986, where the craft broke apart 73 seconds after launch due to a rupture of its external fuel supply. Upon descent, the crew cabin hit the ocean surface at over 200 miles per hour, an impact force far beyond human survival, killing all 7 astronauts. This is an illustrated coverage of Google's worldwide Street View. The blue lines highlight the areas where Street View imagery is made available, while the gaps between are areas restricted from Google by specific countries. 40,000 people converge on the Hawthorne Bridge for the No Kings protest in Portland, Oregon, focused on opposing various policies by President Trump's administration. These are award-winning acrobats, Mary and Tice Nielsen, pulling off an expert-class duo trapeze, a synchronized routine involving trust, core strength, balance, and physical coordination. This cool underwater video was recorded in the pristine blue waters of Bora Bora, a part of a large marine sanctuary for whales and dolphins in the Pacific Oceans within French Polynesia. This is an extreme close-up of what iridodonosis, a medical condition characterized by the erratic vibration of the iris during eye movement, looks like. This is what the structured backside of a giant lily pad looks like, an intricate network of sharp, inch-long spines that protects it from swimming prey. The Canadian Pacific Kansas City Christmas train has routinely begun its annual journey through Canada and the U.S. in an attempt to raise monetary and food donations for North American food banks. This is what the interior of a nuclear plant cooling tower looks like. The surrounding air is often dense and misty due to its continuous process of transferring waste heat from the generator into the atmosphere. So this is insane. This footage from the cockpit of a Ukrainian Air Force MiG-29 during combat shows the moment its pilot performed an intense, low-altitude maneuver to avoid impact from fired missiles by a Russian aircraft. This Thai monk can definitely kill with more than kindness. I wouldn't mess with bro.
I would. I'd let him make me see Buddha any day.
Dude, you're married to me. What the fuck? Did you know confident dog breeds are usually paired with cheetah cubs as a form of emotional support? These special canines help the cheetahs to relax and ease into their surroundings as they are extremely anxious and shy kitties during confinement. This Subaru Impreza rally car driver really said he's either seeing God or the finish line. Rally drivers are a completely different breed, bro. Mad respect. This is something called a wheel ski takeoff in Alaska, a necessary maneuvering form used by bush pilots in remote Alaskan regions to land or take off from icy or snowy surfaces. This is an aerial coverage of the Playa del Amor, commonly known as the hidden beach of Mexico. This renowned natural wonder is completely invisible from the outside due to its unique geography and can only be accessed through a narrow tunnel from the Pacific Ocean. Meet 15-year-old Laurent Simons, the current youngest PhD holder in the world. Laurent earned his degree in quantum physics from the University of Antwerp and has already begun his second doctoral program. Damn, this sourdough is more stacked than a Kardashian. I've never seen such a caked-up cuisine. Okay, moving on.
Aren't you gonna show the rest of the clip?
Nah, we've seen what we needed to see. This was the moment a group of local boat owners attempted to reposition a large floating island on Wisconsin's Lake Chippewa in Sawyer County, Wisconsin. So this is how cowboys capture wild cattle in Australia using a highly modified vehicle designed to navigate the rough terrain of the outback. Makes sense they'd Mad Max it instead of using a lasso. This breathtaking footage is from the Frameless Immersive Art Experience, a special motion exhibit reimagining the experience of Christ in the sea storm at Galilee. It relies heavily on wall-to-wall projections, sounds, and varying light effects to create the illusion of a tempest. This is the cutest thing I'm sure we've all seen today. The Amazonian giant centipede is the largest centipede species in the world. They are native to northern South America and the Caribbean, where they can grow over 30 centimeters long. This was the jaw-dropping moment professional golfer Jonathan Bird hit a perfect hole-in-one, earning him one of the craziest finishes in golf history. These are the Asaro Mudmen, an ancient tribe in Papua New Guinea. The Mudmen serve as the national symbol of New Guinea and, despite their intimidating appearance, are known to be extremely hospitable. An entire family of deer was stranded on a frozen lake in Ontario, and this legend, Ryan Peterson, risked his life to rescue them. He casually saved an entire family during his lunch break. Very cool. This is what happens when you leave the kids alone with dad for 5 minutes. Pure, unbridled fun and chaos. Dads are the best. This could have gone really bad really fast. This is the type of stunt Death from the Final Destination films would be pulling. Don't worry, Pops isn't hurt at all. A wise man once said, one does not simply fly over Mordor.
It's walk into Mordor.
But fortunately, this isn't the land of shadow. This is an aerial view of the recent volcanic eruption in Iceland, captured from a passenger aboard a commercial plane. This is how linemen perform extremely dangerous live line maintenance on a 22,000-volt power line without without turning off the power supply. This specialized procedure is used for connecting high-voltage power lines without interrupting the active flow of electricity. This video, taken on the ISS, demonstrates the tennis racket theorem, a phenomenon where an object with 3 different moments of inertia reacts when spun in a torque-free environment. Slight perturbations force the camera to flip its rotation axis by 180 degrees. Someone better call the Dragon Warrior. The Furious 5 members are fighting again. Personally, my bet's on Mantis. He clearly seems to have the upper hand, but I'm sure you all would like to know who won this battle. This unique plant is the closest thing to hummingbirds in Australia. The green bird flower is an Australian shrub that grows in clusters resembling small hummingbirds. Did you know? Simple coffins were used as an affordable crash spot by the homeless during England's Victorian era. These crude wooden boxes were offered for the price of just 4 pennies during the influx of homeless families who could not afford proper beds. Keep an eye on the girl in the car. This resurfaced CCTV footage from Vacaville, California shows the moment a young girl brilliantly evaded a potential human trafficker or kidnapper using a pickup truck as cover to avoid the creep. Teach your kids safety techniques. It ain't safe out here. This Japanese artist perfectly demonstrates how downsampling works by cutting single photographs into precise strips before reassembling them back together to recreate a new variant of the original image, although severely lacking in quality. This creature from hell is a worm salamander, an endangered breed of salamanders often mistaken for worms due to their extremely elongated bodies and small legs. This rare photograph by Australian astrophotographer Jai J. Rao captures a flash of red sprites in the Andromeda galaxy from 2.5 million light-years away in a single frame. This is how our parents swore they got to school back in their day. This viral clip is from a rural neighborhood in Colombia, and thankfully, a bridge is reportedly underway after a site visit from the residing mayor. I bet she can't wait to tell her future grandkids all about this. This is an organ courier's POV of a police escort attempting to clear a pathway as they race to beat time while en route to an emergency surgical operation in France. Normally, I'd feel sad watching a spider slowly taunt its catch like this, but this is a lanternfly, a highly invasive and destructive pest with a kill-on-sight order from the government. Yeah, have fun, buddy. It takes a lot of courage to handle a barracuda like this woman is. They're aggressive predators with a formidable set of razor-sharp teeth, after all.